faculty, dear students, faculty, respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. We take immense pleasure in welcoming you to the seminar titled Empowering the Next Generation to Prevent the Downsliding of Democracy, organized by the Department of History and Pakistan Studies and Department of Politics and International Relations, in collaboration with Shaheed Bhutto Foundation. To inaugurate the ceremony with the auspicious name of Allah, I will call upon the stage Sayyida Hijab Fatma and Hina for the recitation of Quranic verses.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد العمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين آمنت بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Jazakallah. The main objective in bringing together such eminent personalities of political and legal world is to help prospective youth gain from the expertise of the venerated panel of politicians, democrats and educationists who have been truly humbled to be here in spite of their busy schedule. Before further delay, let me introduce you to the CEO of Shaheed Bhutto Foundation, Mr. Asif Khan. He is the Vice President of Pakistan People's Party, Central Punjab. He was imprisoned 5 times during Zia period. MRD resigned as Vice President Cantonment Board, Sargodha, and courted arrest on advice from Begum Nusrat Bhutto. He is dedicated human rights activist who served as member HRCP. Please put your hands together for welcoming address of Mr. Asif Khan.
Thank you. Very warm welcome to everybody. I am especially thankful to the administration of the university to providing us facility to address by shining the future of Pakistan. This is a great university. I have studied here for 3 months. I then shifted to Government College Lahore, but my experience here was excellent, and I have seen your university grow because my house was hardly 100 meters from your wall. My last house and the present when I'm living is hardly 50 meters from here, from your boundary wall. So I've seen your college, university growing. You must not be remembering, it was one of the biggest campus in Pakistan and especially in Punjab. At that time when we were young, there was no comprehensive girls' school. There was no girls' college on the other side of Farooq Colony. There was no divisional education offices and district offices. It was all included in the university. Only there was a slight encroachment of stadium. That was also primarily your land, and it was encroached and stadium was constructed there. So it was a huge campus. When I was in Atchison College, in my holidays days, I used to come here and play here in the playgrounds. It was such a vast campus. I'm very thankful to the administration. They're doing a tremendous work. I've heard here. I've come here for 3-4 times regularly, and I've heard that tremendous activities going on, massive work is going on. Staff has been increased, students has been increased, and a lot of betterment has been started in the university. Because it's my first occasion here addressing you, I would like to introduce my foundation. My foundation is called Shaheed Bhutto Foundation. It was created, it was formed by Shaheed Benazir Bhutto in 2004 in Dubai. She was in political asylum that time. It was the era of Musharraf. And the basic purpose and the objective and the fundamentals of our foundation was to promote democratic rights, to promote women's rights, to promote human rights, to promote cultural rights, and all days celebrated by UNO calendar, like Women's Day, Environmental Day. We used to hold seminars, and we are still holding seminar. Now we are holding our next seminar on World Peace Day that falls on 21st. And then this seminar of democracy, because it is a very crucial, very important issue. And we are holding series of seminars to start with your university, and then Zabis University, and then we are going to Quaid-e-Azam University, and onwards in this month, we are going to Peshawar University with the same subject, because this is a very important subject. When I started this, I was appointed as a CEO. It's a professional job, salaried job, but basically I am a political worker, human rights activist. So I voluntarily doing this whole job. When we started this series of seminars in Islamabad, I was discouraged. People told me that this is a very dry city. This is a city without history, without culture, without saints, without mystics. Nobody will come here to hear you, the boring and monotonous seminars. But we struggled a lot. And now we are holding at least 2 to 3 seminars, panel discussion, book launchings, and other activities in our university there at Zabis University, Islamabad, that is in IH sector, very close to Shufa Hospital. And all our seminars are jam-packed. Our hall is not that big. It's about 160 to 170, but all is jam-packed. So we have made a habit there. People have come in Islamabad, they come and hear us on our seminars, which are sometimes very dry. Even during COVID days, when Islamabad was just like a graveyard, monkeys were roaming around different sectors, and no activity was going on. Even in those days, We hold seminars, virtual seminars. We invited people, and we regularly hold seminars. So this is our basic achievement, because we think that makalma, debate, this is very necessary and very essential. Even the Western, where now youth is getting disinterested in politics, they have launched a survey, and in Europe and in America, and they say that previously there were frequently town hall meetings, small conferences, small meetings. People used to come out, address their problems, hold seminars, and that habit has now died down. So this is also one of the reasons the West and the youth is getting disinterested in politics. Now I'll straight away, because my time is short, I had to introduce myself and my organization to you, because it's my first occasion coming. Now I'll come to the subject. Democracy. As you all know, in 1900, there was not a single country in whole of the world which was called democracy by this strict definition, one man, one vote. There was no, even in Britain, women were given a chance to vote in 1928. Before that, I think Finland and other 1-2 countries introduced women votes. But there was no such practice, one man and one vote. And now this practice is so prominent, so famous. There are nearing 170 countries which call themselves democracy, whether they are a liberal democracy, whether they are illiberal democracy, whether they are authoritarians, populist rules, but still they declare themselves as a democracy because they hold elections. Even Russians hold elections, and all authoritarian states also hold elections. But I just wanted to tell you that liberal democracy got a first breakthrough before First World War, and then there was a lull, and then after Second World War, many countries introduced democracy after the Second World War. In European, in Americans, in North America, in Scandinavian countries, all were then, they introduced democracy. And the third wave, which came, was after the fall of Soviet Union, after the fall of Berlin Wall, after the debacle of communism. Then there was again a mushroom growth of democracy. All countries of Eastern Europe, they introduced democracy. Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Georgia, everywhere they introduced democracy. And even a man called, he wrote an essay, then it came in the form of a book, that this is an end of history. Now we have achieved the climax of liberal democracy. Now liberal democracy is the way of life. There is no other system which can challenge them. And they were so opportunistic, they were so happy. They thought that everything is going to, now it's finished because Soviet Union has collapsed, communism has collapsed, and liberal democracies everywhere, allwhere. And it is going to be the only system which is going to continue now. But then this was a golden period of democracy from 1980-90, when the Berlin Wall was dismantled. And this was the golden period from 1990 to 2010. This 40 years was, 30 years, 35 years were considered to be best for democracy. In every country, there was a rule of law, there was democracy, there was election, there was political parties. But suddenly after 2010 and 15, there was a massive decline in democracy. People became disinterested, people became disillusioned, discomfitured. They started disliking democracy. And why? What was the reason? I still consider that democracy is the best, the ideal form of government. There's no other alternative. But why? suddenly after 2010, 12, 15, even till now, there is slight improvement in democracy, but not to that much. So what were the reasons why the people who acclaim, welcome democracy, the victory of liberal democracy, then why they became disillusioned, disappointed? So I have just want to share 4 or 5 points with you, which are the main causes, which are the main reason why the people got disinterested. Number one is merit. Now, merit is a hallmark of democratic system. I just want to tell you that the West claims that they introduced meritocracy, they invented it, but it is entirely wrong. This was invented by Chinese before Christ, 180 years before Christ. There was a Ming dynasty there. They introduced meritocracy. They held competition examination to include bureaucrats, to include their staff, and that was the first time. The West introduced meritocracy after 1800 years after that. So you can well imagine meritocracy was introduced through Asia, through China. Now what happens? Now there is no meritocracy in democracy countries. I will try to give you international data. Most of the prime ministers elected in Great Britain, they called it mother of democracy, are from the rich class, are from the elite class. They're from the Oxford University, Cambridge University, and there are 2 prominent schools there, Eton and Harrow. And they are students of Eton and Harrow. So most of the prime ministers are from the privileged class. And ordinary people are not recruited there, they don't get chance to become prime ministers or become rulers. They got chance sometime, but maximum time they were from the same college, same elite class. So this hurts merit. So people think that merit is being, even in your country, most of the prime ministers were from government college or from Hutchinson College. And here also, hardly there were few prime ministers who were from the ordinary institutions. So meritocracy was trampled. And this was one of the reasons people got frustrated from democracy. And second is accountability. And that is also a basic requirement of democracy. You have to be accountable for your acts. Accountability is downwards in democratic countries. There's no accountability. You can, my colleagues will speak to you about their party, but there's no accountability. We lack accountability. Nobody is held responsible for the faults. And the general public think that politicians are corrupt. They grab money, they are not fair, they are not honest. So this is also a very big drawback, which in the democratic countries people think that accountability is on the decline. Whereas in the authoritarian countries, you see, we can differ with UAE. We can differ, they are not democratic. There is kings ruling. But still there is